Hello YouTube, it's Atticus. I hope you guys are well. I'm back with you for a really cool game this time. I'm playing as, what are they called? Har Ganeth, Crone Hellebron's faction. And yeah, we're fighting against the Skaven. So, I played this guy, he's a really cool guy. We played a couple rounds. We did one Vampire Coast, and then I played one Cult of Pleasure versus his army or whatever. So yeah, this one was one that I thought was kind of neat because I took a build you don't really see a lot. I wanted to, I knew that we were going to be fighting on this big open map like this, and I knew that Skaven usually play a defensive style of formation and building their army. So I thought, like, what if I take 4 bolt throwers? And I know what you're thinking beforehand. You're probably thinking, like, that's just stupid, like, that's too much to defend because you're gonna have to keep a certain amount of your forces, either 4 dread spears to protect them, or something, because if you send some rat ogres or something like that into the back, or a doom wheel, you're gonna be screwed. Well, it's kind of a gamble, and you can see right here, I do have 2 Caribuses in case he does try to bring some Doom Wheels, which will not only, do the anti-large, but it'll do poison to slow him down. So yeah, we're going to try 4 Bolt Throwers. I do have 1 Spear unit in the back that's going to be trying to protect it, and these guys are going to be, their first priority is going to be trying to shut down artillery. After artillery, Hellpit Abomination, and then this Grey Seer of Ruin. So let's go ahead and start it. We'll put it in slow motion here. For my front line, guys, I'm going pretty cheap on my infantry corps. All I have is 3 units of Black Ark Corsairs. These guys do have anti-infantry, though, so, they'll be able to do a little bit of damage. And I also have 2 units of Black Ark Corsairs of Hambos. And, yeah, the idea with these guys is I wanted to bait out any halberds, any anti-large units. Since they don't have shields, these guys will skirmish them and allow the Cribbis to get in there with their terror bomb. For my lord, of course, I do have Crone Hellebron, and I took her on foot just because, against the Skaven, it's kind of risky to have her up on our altar and get melted from warp lightning cannons. So that's my build, guys. The 4 bolt thrower, try to beat the Skaven in their own, game kind of build there. And you can see we have this nice long open field here. And my opponent, he's what I'm looking for, kind of build up on or set up on this hill here. So he has a defensive position, but I'm gonna be forcing them out with my bolt throwers. For his front line, my opponent does have some. So what am I doing here? Some clan rats with spears, some normal clan rats with spears, and then he has some storm vermin of halberds here on the side. And yeah, these guys are going to be a really big threat to my Cribbis, so I need to really focus them down, ideally with the Black Ark Corsairs of Hambos. Those guys, as you can see right here, they don't have shields, so you'll just be able to shoot them in the face and then run. Opponent also has a unit of the Death Glow Bombardiers, and yeah, these guys are the anti-infantry one. I think it's really cool for him to bring these. So you hold these guys up, have these guys hold them in place, and then these guys are your real DPS dealers. He also has 2 units of Plague Monks in the back in reserve right here, and I do like this. Plague Monks are really good, and I kind of like keeping them in the back. That way they don't take the initial charge, and when they do get into battle, they'll be the cats. Sorry, the cat's fingers trapped on something. You alright there, buddy? Okay, so, and then my opponent does have a Hellpit Abomination right here, and Hellpit is going to be fighting Cribbis, and he just causes terror as well, I do believe. And yeah, we got the Grey Seer of Ruin, and I don't really know Skaven spells, so I'm not even going to attempt to do that. So, let's go ahead, guys, and get the match started. So, right off the bat here, opponent's going to start moving up his warp lightning cannons here. And yeah, I'm trying to do the same with my bolt throwers. And initially what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 bolt throwers focusing on the warp lightning cannons. Because you can see it's going to automatically start shooting in on my Cribbis. And my Cribbis doesn't have any healing, so that's something I have to be mindful for. I need to try to shut down them as quickly as possible. You can see these 2 bolt throwers though are just so slow. It's taking them forever to get into position here. So let's go ahead and just fast forward it just a little bit till we get to get into the battle here. Alright, so now my bolt thrower is going to start opening up. And yeah, if you guys didn't know, bolt throwers excel at shooting down artillery because they snipe the actual artillery piece more than just the units. You can see that there's 2 really big misses though, but yeah, there's a direct hit. Here we got a nice big volley right here. And yeah, some of them are missing, some of them are hitting, but now, ooh, look at that direct hit by the warp light. Yeah, almost down to half health, so it's really benefits me to be able to shut these things down. Now, you guys can see that I am going to stop my infantry corps. I figured, okay, so he wants to trade artillery pieces. I have a 4-on-1 advantage, and yeah, why rush my troops in there? Why not try to shut those things down and try to focus on this Hellpit Abomination. Like, you know, we'll do as much damage as we can before he finally realizes, like, alright, I'm not going to win this skirmish. I'm going to need to shut it, or charge in. And you can see, guys, we're able to shut down one of the Warp Lightning Cannons. Here comes another volley. And we should shut down the second one. Yep, there goes the second one. And the third one. So now I'm going to spend 3 of my units, my bolt throwers, onto the Hellpit Abomination. You can see he even has Silver Chevron, so my opponent's really banking on him, you know, dealing with my Caribuses and things like that. And I'm going to have one of my bolt throwers focused on the Grey Seer. I figured, you know, try chipping him down. And my opponent's now going to realize, like, okay, yeah, I should probably charge in. I'm not going to win this engagement. He's going to send his troops forward. Yeah, and that's another thing. I don't want to come charging up this hill right here, so I'm just going to play really patient. Now, yeah, I'm going to start moving my forces up just a little bit. I tried to time it out, so I would hit him right here at the base of the hill, so he wouldn't be charging up it. And yeah, you can see the Caribuses are moving ahead. They do cause terror, so it's really important to, you know. And yeah, I'm going to start using my Blackheart Corsairs of Hambos to try to hit these units. I wanted to hit in the halberds in the back, but yeah, he's kind of blocking them. So yeah, our front lines are going to collide. Kronhelbrone is going to use the Gaze of Cain, which is going to give a nice little buff to my units. And yeah, since those halberds, those storm vermin in there, it's really beneficial for me to do that. And you can see this whole time, guys, these bolt throwers are just opening up. And look how much damage we've done to the Grey Seer, who hasn't even, you know, gotten into combat yet. You can see my opponent is going to get a unit of these clan rats, but I'm going to have my spear unit that I had in reserve to intercept those guys. And yeah, same with over here. You can see that my opponent tried to get some clan rats into the goodie thing, but I'm going to send my Blackheart Corsairs of Hambos into melee. Same thing with my Cribus. And here in the main center pocket, guys, you can see that, yeah, we got a Clash of the Titans. The Cribus and the Hellpit Abomination are just battling it out, duking it out. And yeah, it's so cool to look at. Just look at that, guys. Yeah, that's so cool. Imagine fighting next to that. Over here you can see my opponent have his Grey Seer into the honeypot right here. But yeah, I got a unit of spears. I got 4 different bolt throwers, and all 4 of them are just starting to chip him down. And yeah, these spears, even though my opponent did cast a spell summon somewhere, or he does here shortly, it's just not enough. You can see that this whole time, though, my opponent has had these Death Glow Bombardiers providing overwatch, and yeah, they're doing a lot of damage. I don't have the most powerful infantry line, so yeah, I can't underestimate the damage that these guys could do. And look at this volley right here, how it just starts chipping down these Blackheart Corsairs. Here you can see that the Cribus is not doing very good. He's surrounded by storm vermin with halberds, and yeah, I'm starting to get him chipped down. I still got my bolt throwers, though, and we've gotten the Hellpit Abomination down to about half health. And yeah, each volley is just sending them in even more. You can see over here, guys, though, we have broken the Grey Seer of Rune, and I don't want him coming back, since I don't have any infantry units to escort him off the map. I'm going to use just one of my bolt throwers to try to just keep shooting at him, while the other 3 keep shooting at the Hellpit Abomination. Over here in this infantry pocket, you see we have broken these units of Storm Vermin, so that was a really good pick for me, so I'm going to start sending my troops up here. And yeah, guys, you can see right here, the Blackheart Corsairs of Hambos are still providing their overwatch in. They're able to shoot in, but yeah, my opponent has these Death Globes who are just doing so much damage. And you can see, guys, it's not looking too good for me in the center pocket, though. Even though I do cast another Gaze of Cain, I don't really have that many troops in here that I could benefit from. My Dread Spears do get into the mix, and I do have my Caribuses coming back. But yeah, it's really these bolt throwers that are opening up, you know, a chance for me to win this engagement. And over here you can see that, yeah, he has some clan rats chasing off these Blackheart Corsairs, but I haven't had a reliable way of dealing with these Death Globe, and they still got a lot of ammunition. You can see, though, we are going to be able to terror bomb the center here. And yeah, look at this Hellpit Abomination, guys. I mean, the whole game, these bolt throwers have just been shooting at him, but there it is, the too horrible to die proc, and it just gives him health automatically. And that's always so painful to deal with. Over here you can see, guys, these Death Globes, though, are just throwing poisonous clouds right into the face of my advancing troops, which is really unfortunate, but we have them on the ropes, and you can see the balance of power is really strongly in my favor. I am going to start switching my bolt throwers now to multi-shot, and that's the one that deals with hitting infantry. And yeah, guys, I mean, look at it. Just as they run, they're just getting peppered with these bolt throwers. And you can see over here, trying to deal with these guys. They're such a big threat to my army. And yeah, these bolt throwers are just so much fun to play with. They just look so cool. And yeah, you guys, you can see it's just peppering in. We have another kaiju battle here, guys. The Hellpit Abomination with his 2 horrible die versus the poison and 5 heads of the Cribus. But yeah, direct hit by the bolt throwers. But he is going to break the Cribus, guys. But you can see right here, I do got my my Black Hawk Corsairs Hambos providing Overwatch. But yeah, guys, his 2 Horrible to Die procced again. I just cannot kill this guy, which is very frustrating. And as long as he's on the field, it's gonna give him a chance, because it could terror out my troops. Over here, you can see that Crone Hellebron and the Dread Spears and the 2 Kribuses are still in the battle. We got a unit of Plague Monks coming in, but yeah, I mean, these bolt throwers, guys, and they still have a little bit of ammunition. You see, one of them has about 1 more volley left, but yeah, we're gonna get 1 more Gaze of Cain in the center here. And every time you get this Gaze of Cain, I mean, as you can see here, guys, it's giving leadership, weapon damage, melee attack, and it's just really helping my troops out, especially with this Hellpit Abomination. I've invested so many resources into trying to kill him, between the bolt throwers and the 2 Kribuses. Yeah, he's just a really good unit for the Skaven. But yeah, finally my opponent's going to get army losses, and it's going to be a win for the Dark Elves, guys. So let's go to look at the in-screen breakdown, and we'll talk about some of the keys for my success. And yeah, the big key for success was obviously the bolt throwers. My opponent didn't expect him. He didn't have the right units to try to pressure the back, maybe some Rat Ogres or Doomios. And yeah, I think he was a little bit too slow on the advance. He tried to trade with his Warp Lightning Cannon. He probably should have just sent his troops in, But as for his build here, I mean, that Storm Vermin, they did really good, but the Hellpit Abomination, it just wouldn't die. You saw the Too Horrible to Die to proc 3 times. So yeah, really good build by my opponent. Really good idea of bringing that unit into the battle here. Sorry, I got hair in my mouth. As for the Lord choices, I don't really know much about the Greyseer of Ruin. I don't really use him. But yeah, I mean, against 4 bolt throwers, that's the worst possible thing you could bring, you know what I mean? Just because you're going to get Lord Snipe like that. And Crone Hellebron, guys, she's always good on this matchup. She does cause terror if you put her up on the altar. I mean, that Gaze of Cain is really good in the infantry fight. And yeah, she's like the, what's that guy's called? Lokir Philhart, really small target, so it's hard for the Skaven to snipe if they're artillery. So, alright guys, it's Atticus. I hope you enjoyed that one. I thought it was kind of cool. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Bye.